Zlatan, Tenny and Destruction Boys headline Day 2 of BODEX Lagos 2019. Day 2 brought a different level of energy and vibe as it featured 3 panel sessions with discussions cutting across fashion, film and music. The panelists on these sessions were Banky W, Ladipo, Kemi Adetiba, Toke Makinwa, Adesuwa Itomi, Cecil Gunro, just to mention a few. The day ended in grand style as the night event featured electrifying performances from Zlatan, Ibile, Tenny the Entertainer and Destruction Boys. Enjoy highlights from the event.
I just think they didn't like my face, basically, because I applied, and no one hired me. And I was like, you know what? Forgive my French, fuck it. I'm going to start my own. And I basically started my own publication in London, and I started building up the brand. 2 years later, I managed to sell the vision to someone in Italy, and they started a version of the brand in Italy.
It's a very, very tough industry. Music, fashion, it's almost like the country itself or the way things are set up back here is working against you. In terms of even wanting to be an artist, I take to a lot of young boys.
Tokyo and I have collaborated with Budweiser on the King's Church campaign, which is a huge deal. 5 years ago, to even get maybe Coke or something, to even say hi to us was, it was ridiculous. So I think it's grown to a certain extent, and I think that's because individuals are taking it upon themselves to actually change, to actually say, okay, you know what, it's not working this way, what can I do to make it work? And I think it's really important when you work in the industry that we do to come in from a passion point of view. Even considering what part you want to play in the industry should be about what you're passionate about and not just about what, what everyone is doing or what looks cool or how to make money. It should really be something that you're passionate about, because the fashion industry here is probably one of the most difficult industries in the world, because infrastructurally, we literally have nothing.
I really appreciate what Budweiser is doing, bringing people together from different cultures, sharing their experiences and their ideas to just make the world a better place. And hey, big ups Budweiser.
People shoot entire movies on phone. I tell people all the time, you create your own resume, you create your own CV. So you want to be an actor, right? Good. Look for somebody else that wants to be a director, but nobody else is giving him the opportunity. Look for somebody else that wants to be a makeup artist, but nobody's giving the opportunity. Look for this other person. You all come together like Voltron, shoot another scriptwriter that nobody's giving them an opportunity. Come together like Voltron, create some amazing short film, put it on the internet. And that's all you can, put it and then see. So tomorrow now when they say, what have you done? Look at this film.
Because we were working on our music, we couldn't afford to buy groceries some weeks, and the CDs didn't sell. So we would go to his church, one branch of his church. They used to serve food after church. We would pack rice for the week. We used to do all of that. Listen, guy, everybody that you see that is successful, most times, they've gone through the exact same challenges that you are. They didn't, nothing was handed to them. But they just had that determination that, you know what, until this thing happens, I'm not going to stop.
I was just on the fashion panel. It was insightful, because BODEX is doing something really interesting, blending, the into digital music and emerging markets, and to have this kind of panel opening and shedding light on the fashion industry. And also, I'm here talking about it from a consumer perspective, but also as an artist.
I feel like there's a lot of unrest amidst and among young people. Give yourself time. I made all the mistakes I wanted to make in my 20s, and I loved making those mistakes. Don't let anybody rush you. We keep looking at other people's success stories without remembering that it's years and years and years in the making. I interviewed Sound Sultan a long time ago, and he left me with something that was so profound. He probably doesn't even remember this. He said to me, when people start off and they can see you driving your B2, from B2 you drive your Honda, from Honda you buy your first Mercedes, there's a journey, there's a struggle, there's a process. But if you just come on the scene and you start to climb a tree from the top, you will crash.
I try to ignore the negativity, but every now and then I respond, because guess what? I'm human. So sometimes I respond in my head. So sometimes I kind of just say, if I see a bad comment or somebody tweets something bad at me, I will maybe type up the response and just be like, that's why your mom is or something ridiculous like that. I'm not going to lie. I struggled. The first time that I saw something negative about myself, I cried. Because I was just like, what did I didn't even very, very upsetting, but you grow. And then you also realize that a sane person isn't going to attack somebody that they don't know. Had more time because we could talk for like another hour or two about the different issues, but it was a lot of fun, and I hope you enjoyed it too.
What can we say you are? Artist, musician. So they called family meeting, and one of my aunties, that very educated, told me, no, I can't do it because my sister was doing it. And I stood up and I told her, and my mom was doing like this because she already knew, she knows her child, so she knows what was going to come next. So she was already doing this. I moved like this, she did like, but I stood up and I told my auntie, I said, I'm very disappointed in you. For away. Yes, I told her. And by the time it happened for me, she's the first person that will say, Jo, yes. She'll call me and say, Jo, they buy me post on my Instagram. You understand?
Sitting on the panel with Tolu, Toke, and Tenny, talking about women leading the next wave of the Nigerian culture. And we talked about so many things in terms of women empowerment and things improving in general. And I had a really, really great time because I think we discussed issues that we need to be talking about right now.
When I first started, I used to read all the comments on social media about, oh, his video's rubbish and that stuff. If you let yourself listen and read all that kind of stuff, it gets to you, right? And then you start making videos or making your content to please people. Nah, that's not the way it should be done. You need to do something that's different. You need to stand out. And that's the impact that I know I've made in the industry.
It's about the creativity. So in that aspect, yes, we're doing great. We're putting out great content. But I think that on the business side of things is where we're found lacking. I think that the disaster that is COSON and everything that's going on over there with collecting societies and just, you know, I think we need to do better. I think, you know, as artists, that entire business needs to come together and pay attention to what's going on.
Another sub, another killer.
I'm live at borne 2019. I'm looking forward to seeing Zlatan.
Hey, my God! Hey, boys! Hey, boys! Hey, boys!
I am having an absolutely amazing time right here at the borne Lagos. Different boys are on the stage right now, and I'm having a blast. I just got here, but the energy is good, the vibe is right, and I am having a great time.
People they best cause they want to dance, they want to feel the groove and the bounce. That mean they make them the act.
Come on.
I'm digging the ground. People they best cause they want to dance, they want to feel the groove and the bounce. That mean they make them the right here.
Come on.
I'm having so much fun at borne Lagos. I'm looking forward to seeing Zlatan. Yes, Zlatan.
We're live at borne Lagos. You already know it's about to be a madness. Zamku is about to go on live on stage. Watch out, man. Shama, big budget.
You are not a fella, so what's your excuse? It is better there's nothing you can do. Oh yeah, I guess I'm ready to the fella coffee. Pile, mo wale the other rapper son. Oh yeah, who did?
The idea of having a discussion and also having an after party situation where you party hard is something that I think is a mix that should be tapped into by other brands, particularly Budweiser. The way they run it, how you doing? Love you too. The way they're running it is there's an international flavor as well. So we have Nigerian artists, Nigerian DJs interacting with international artists and international DJs as well.
I welcome you to where you get there. I mean, I don't be fight like power days. Oh, yo, I welcome you to where you. Let me hear you say, now maybe Cinderella, oh, now you be Superman, yo, baby.
I'm here live at borne X, and it's been lit right now. Everyone has been breaking it down. I've been drinking my Budweiser, living my best life. I got to see Tenny perform, and I